Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the house of David, the elected nation of Israel. Okay, this is your brother Ike Tazwan from the Providence, Rhode Island camp, coming at you with a quick lesson through the Spirit. Abaratazah, this is edifying for the elect. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna jump into my scriptures, if I may. All right, I got them somewhat lined up. I'm trying to get better with, being a little bit more organized with my lessons. But nevertheless, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Okay? The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, a great number of carcasses, and there is none end to their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families with her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Okay? I know I read a lot, but this is clearly speaking of, the daughter of Babylon, man. That well-favored harlot, right? It's talking about how, during a certain point of prophecy being fulfilled, there's gonna be all-out war. It's gonna be the people against the people against the government against the governments, nations against nations. All right, and that's gonna be going on before the war of wars, right? The war of the worlds, you could say, right? When the nations of this world, the kings of these kingdoms, starting with the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, right? Gather their forces together to go against the King of Kings, Yahweh Shai, right? The son of Yahweh, our big brother, man. But real quick, since we read that, right, and you could see on the first verse where the Lord said that the prey departeth not, and this place is pretty much destined to be destroyed, man. And the Lord, his word isn't gonna go without void. He said he would have war with Amalek, right? With the Edomites, generation through generation. Right? Want to go into now Ezekiel 35, just to back that statement up, right? Moreover, the word of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. All right, and Mount Seir, being the Edomites, right? Say unto it, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, Salakia, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, right? And this place is starting to feel the burn, because like I just read in real quick, I'll go back to that. I think it was the book of Salakia. Could have sworn I just read Nahum. Yep, Nahum, right? That the Lord said he's gonna pretty much I'll go back to it. I'll just go back to it real quick. Salakia. Right? The Lord said he's going to discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show thy nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. You know, and the Lord has started to do that already, man, with this word being brought out, and along with that word, right, the Spirit of the Lord hopping on brothers, right, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, to what? Do a diligent search, okay? Or put together that good report, right? And we're going into the history, we're going into the words, we're going into pretty much the track record, right, of this man, and pretty much exposing him from all angles. You know, it's only a matter of time until the other nations see this. But as of right now, this word is going out throughout the four corners of the earth, and people are starting to wake up. The elect is starting to be sealed, right? Or should I say, have begun to become sealed, right? And all it takes is just them hearing this word, which is why we do what we do. But ultimately, man, in the process of us doing what we're doing, right, we're exposing this devil for the things that he has done, and the things that he's doing, and the things that he's going to do up until the very end. Okay. One of those things being, right, Salakia. How do I go back to what I was reading? Still getting used to this phone. Salakia. Let's go to bookmarks, right? I believe I was in Ezekiel, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. Wasn't there. Yeah, I was here. Right, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me. This is Ezekiel 35:1, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. Thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, right? By the use of his blessing, you know, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, you know, because the Lord put this basement above us for a period of time so that what? We could learn our lesson and return back to our Heavenly Father, and pretty much want to make do, want to make our wrongs right, you know, want to get right with the Lord. But this devil just went harder and harder and harder, right, and gave us that wine, right, that to this day has the nations drunk, you know, starting with the nation of Israel, but the nations of the world have been made drunk with this devil's wine. Okay, I'll read on. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know, since he hasn't hated, right, putting lead in the food to poison us, creating Planned Parenthoods, you know, pretty much having this system, having this system set up in a sense so that what? The nation of Israel is not able to return to the Lord, right? But that's why the Lord got the Spirit. It's a perfect balance, you know. The devil has been set up to what? Be a snare, a stumbling block to the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. But as for the elect, amen, they've been set up by the Lord to do what? Be able to overcome in the hour of temptation, right? And see the downfall of their enemy, you know, which ultimately are the enemies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which are starting with the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, but the other nations as well, right? Those that were in cahoots, right? That crafty council. I'll read on. It says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. Okay, and that's going into a lot, you know. That's letting you know, hey, the things that are done to us on a daily, right? The things that this devil hopes to do to us, okay? The Lord is keeping a track record on this man, you know, because there are things that we don't know, because this devil has kept from being able to be sought out through the internet, you know, books that, you know, through this devil's knowledge of the scriptures, that he's been able to either up the price, or, you know what I mean, your average, you know, studious Israelite isn't able to get their hands on, right? So there's certain things that we don't know this devil has done, but we know what he's gonna do according to the Lord, right? According to his word. But ultimately, man, the Lord is keeping a track of this man's schemes, you know, and he don't forget, man. He don't forget. How could he? You know, when he put us underneath this man, if he knew us before we were born, right? He knew everybody that was put on the face of this planet, and their intentions, right, and their trajectory in life. Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna go into this is Psalms 49 and 11, right? Because think about it. The reason why this devil was going to such lengths to try to pretty much force the birthright on this side, or force his birthright that he gave up to his brother Jacob, our forefather, on this side, is because what? He has that spirit in him to be defiant and to ultimately just be a damn devil, man. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to know that your blessing was temporary, but want to stretch it, want to, you know, take back that which you gave up. You know, I'll read on. It says, this is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Right? So when you think about it, you know, for those people who are so in love with their massa, okay, with this devil, look at what you're calling yourselves. Okay, real quick, I got this on the search real quick, because people don't understand that at the end of the day, the reason why you refuse to believe the truth is because the lie just is so much sweeter. It's more comfortable for you. Okay? It says, this is Leo Africanus. And this is who who Africa is named after, you know? A goddamn devil, man. Look at this guy. Pale as all hell, man. So it's like, and then I mean, I'm not gonna go too far into that, but look at this. Amerigo Vespucci. Okay? Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian merchant, explorer, and navigator from the Republic of Florence, from whose name the term America is derived. Between 1497 and 1504, Vespucci participated in at least 2 voyages of the Age of Discovery on behalf of Spain and then Portugal. Okay, so there you go. He went and did the same thing that devil Christopher Columbus, you know what I'm saying, did. They went around looking for places that they could conquer and do what? Name them after themselves, man. Not just name them after themselves, but the people that lived on those lands, they colonized them. They took their natural resources, and then sold all that stuff back to them. Okay? So it's like, it makes perfect sense, if you have the spirit to be able to discern, okay, this man is who the Bible is speaking of, whom the Lord will come and destroy when he comes back. Because who else could fit the description better than the so-called white man? I'll wait. And it's crazy because this devil has went to such length to, like I said, just try to keep a veil over the people's eyes, and the people, they love it. They love it. It's like, but why though? Why? All right, real quick. This is a side preset, you know what I'm saying? Because I had mentioned that the truth is bitter to them. The truth is hard for them to accept. Okay? This is Psalms 55 and 21. Salakia says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, and this devil's words are smoother than butter, man. He'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? He'll sell you a dream, okay? While in that same process, making you live a nightmare, He'll make it so that you think you're getting somewhere, but ultimately he got you exactly where he wants you to be, which is where? At the bottom, separate from him, But the Lord made us separate from not just him, not just them, but from the world, man. Okay? But real quick, back to the topic at hand, which is and I'll probably just call this lesson various topics, because as organized as I try to keep it, hey, it's the spirit, man. So I pray this is edifying to y'all brothers and sisters out there, man. So real quick, I want to go now to I read that one. I'm going to 2nd Esdras. This is 2nd Esdras 1, 2nd Esdras 6 and 1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, they all were made through me alone, through none other by me. Also, they shall be ended by none other. And that's Yahushua talking. Yahushua created all of these things that we see here today, with the Alahayim, the powers. Okay? It says that in the book of Genesis, right? And then, like I stated earlier, man, we waiting for this kingdom that has been set up by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, right? To be thrown down by that which set it up. So real quick, I'll finish this, and then I'm gonna jump into another book real quick. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Okay. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we understand that because of the signs that we see, right? The rumors of wars, the pestilences, the plagues, okay? We understand that this kingdom is on its way out. We're seeing prophecy taking place. We're seeing those that are weak saying that they are strong, which are the other nations that are getting ready to fight against the whore. We're seeing all of these things. So we know through the Spirit that the kingdom of heaven is nigh. Yahushua is coming to take back that which is his, right? So real quick, I'm gonna bring out so I brought that one out already. So how is Yahushua gonna come back and take that which is his? Well, first he gotta do what? He has to seal his elect, man. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, of which was full of bones, and caused me to pass them around about. And behold, they were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. All right, and that's talking about Israel, man. It's talking about Israel without the spirit, without the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? It's going to go on to letting you know, man, that how we are made alive again, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus said the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied, and I was commanded. As I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I blew, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Okay, so they received the word, right? But ultimately, man, the Lord got to put the spirit on you, man. The Lord got to put the spirit on you, and pretty much like seal the deal, so to say. Okay, it says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then he said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said the Lord Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves, cause you to come up out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, said Yahweh. Okay? And this is just it, man. We waiting for prophecy to be fulfilled. Okay? We waiting for prophecy to be fulfilled while rehearsing the righteous acts in the land of our captivity, man. And what else could we do? What else could we do, man? We can't do anything else, okay? And it goes to show that we are the people whom the Lord has chosen from amongst the face of the earth, man. Because those people down in Israel right now, calling themselves now Jewish, okay, Israelis, okay, Ashkenazis, or whatever the case may be, those are not the people of the Lord. They can't be, okay, because to them, they believe prophecy has been fulfilled. They believe Yahweh Shai already came back, you know. And another thing is, you could tell Christianity is not it, because they believe that folly. Okay, they believe that those are the people of the Lord, and they know what those people believe, but at the same time, they believe someone called Jesus Christ is gonna come and save them, all right, from this whole world being obliterated, so-called, you know what I'm saying? So says their doctrine, okay? But what about what the Lord said, man? What about the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man? That he clearly said he would take us and put us in our land, right? That was given to our forefathers, promised unto us, right? So it's like, where is the fulfillment of prophecy? Where is the fulfillment of prophecy? Okay, the only thing that we see, right, that we know, is that we're being ruled by a wicked nation, man, who with their sword, their blessing, are willing to take anything that they feel like they should have, you know, downright to our heritage, man. Look at that. They calling themselves something that they're not, you know, and then calling us anti-Semitic, you know, without even understanding what that saying in itself is, man. Saying it to people who it does not apply to. It can't apply to. Okay? So it's just like, we need to expose this devil for the things that he does, man. And what does he do? He separates himself from the rest of the population, while at the same time claiming to be the same as everybody else. While at the same time claiming to be the people of the Lord, man. You know, people are so used to calling this man white, but real quick, the term itself, man, didn't exist till the I believe the 1600s, man, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this is a quick link, right? It's on versobooks.com. It says the invention of the white race, groundbreaking analysis of the birth of racism in America. All right, and the invention of the white race is actually a book. Elder Malcolm has you know, brought it up and referenced out of it and pretty much used it to expose this devil, man, because the Lord said that their tongue shall fall upon themselves, you know, and like I said earlier, they've gone to great lengths to keep us from seeing that, which is why these books aren't accessible to us, and we gotta, you know, either PDF file it, you know, look it up on Google, or if we're not told by somebody who's wise and has been studious, like, we wouldn't know these things. Ultimately, if we didn't have the Spirit of the Lord, right, to have us study and look things up, we wouldn't know none of these things, man, because this devil hides all of this shit. Okay, it reads, when the first Africans arrived in Virginia in 1619, there were no white people, nor according to colonial records would there be for another 60 years. In his seminal 2-volume work, The Invention of the White Race, Allen details the creation of the white race by the ruling class as a method of social control in response to labor unrest precipitated by Bacon's rebellion, distinguished European Americans from African Americans within the laboring class, while white privileges enforced the myth of the white race through the years and has been central to maintaining ruling class dominion over the entire working class. And at this point, man, this devil has everybody working for him, man. Cause what? The kings of this earth, man, they sell the other nations, man, they sell their goods here, man. They sell their goods here, so they use this place as a pretty much or you could say this is like the cash cow for them, man, because this is how they get their slice of the pie, man, which is ultimately what? Proven prophecy, when it says that this place is or Salakia, it proves the fact that this place is the daughter of Babylon, the harlot of harlots, right? Because what? She lays with the other nations and seduces them and gets them to drink the wine, right? Gets them to get down with the philosophies, their religions, etc. You know, the money. And it's all for what, man? It's all for them to keep the control, you know, because in that same process of them making a deal, they're separating themselves and putting themselves in a position where they're over you, you know, and that's going to be the thing with this devil up until the very end, you know, the Lord destroy this place, this devil is not going to get it. And even in the kingdom before them 1,000-year period of you know what I'm saying, their slavery, you're still not going to get it, man. You got to understand that the forefather of the Edomites committed blasphemy towards the spirit, man. That's a sin you can't repent from. He gave up his birthright, man. Something that was freely given to him. He gave it up. For what? To feed the flesh, man. So now what? He hopes to do the same to those 2/3 of Israel, man. He hopes to do the same to the whole nation of Israel. But the Lord reserved his elect, you know? For what, though? For what? For this to happen right here, right? Let me go back to Ezekiel 37, right? Salakia for the, you know, the swerving around. But through the spirit, man, this devil got to be exposed. And in that same breath, man, we got to let our people know what is up. And what is up is that prophecy is being fulfilled, but not all prophecies have been fulfilled. Okay? And to prove that, right, this is Ezekiel 37 and 14. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, said Yahweh. The Lord, Salakia, the word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus said Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks there whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand for before their eyes. And say unto them, thus said Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. So the Lord is going to do the gathering, man. The Lord is going to he's going to round up the elect, throughout the four corners of the earth. And he's going to place us, right, in the land that was promised to our forefathers, man, as an inheritance unto us. Okay? I'll read on. I'm actually going to finish this chapter. It says, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, Yahushai, right? And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, right? We're not going to have the idols of the other nations, right? We're not going to have the philosophies of this world, so to say, okay? Because Israel is going to be a world in itself, as the scriptures say, a world governed, ruled by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Salakia, by the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, if I may say. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be... Salakia, I read that one already. Well, I'll finish it. And one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, right? And we're not going to be transgressing, because the laws, the word is going to be instilled in us, man. It's going to be written in our foreheads. It's going to be engrafted into our being, man. We're not going to be going off in the kingdom, okay? But I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God. And David shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And it'll be a lot easier to do that once the Lord cleanses us, gives us those new bodies. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, whereof that, elect, whether the 144,000 or the innumerable multitude, man. And we able to get up in them chariots, right? Or Salakia, in that chariot. So, I'll read on. It says, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, right? The land of Canaan. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. And this is key right here. This is another thing that tells you, hey, man, these people out there claiming to be who they say they are, right? They're always at war. Why does the Bible say that I will make a covenant of peace with them? And it shall be an everlasting covenant. You think about it. They're always fighting. They're always looking for somebody to antagonize them, and try to, Salakia, try to do something to them so that what? They could use that Iron Dome. They could, do what they love to do, which is use that sword, man. I'll read on. It says, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them for evermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. So right now, the Lord is still reserving the elect, man. The Lord hasn't sanctified us and took us out of those places where we have transgressed, hasn't rounded us up and placed us in the land that was promised to our forefathers. None of those things have happened, man. So, hey, we gotta look at who's lying. Who's lying? Okay? Somebody's lying. And you'd be a goddamn fool to think it's the Lord, man. You'd be a goddamn fool that these scriptures, right? That Jake like to say that, the so-called white man wrote. Hey, man, the so-called white man is a natural born faggot, man. The scriptures talk about how, sodomites ought to be put to death, man. So that's one account. That's it. Ooh, you struck out with that one, right? Or Salakia, that's one strike. Okay. The Bible also speaks about slavery, man, and those that put people into slavery, right? And those that kill with the sword, right? They are to be killed with the sword. And this devil definitely put people into slavery, right? And they're not just put people into slavery, but this devil done fucking raped, robbed, and pillaged, damn near almost every nation. I want to say every nation that has dwelt upon this face of the earth, man. And what else? A matter of fact, hey, I'll leave it at that, man. Because this devil's track list. This devil's track is from here to the Lord knows when, man. Because everything he does is contrary to the Lord, man. Every single thing he does. So, hey, I'm going to close it off here. I meant this to be a little short, but hey, it is what it is. We brought out a couple of presets, went to a couple of links, but ultimately, man, we ought to be patient, man. We ought to be patient. We know we're going to go through some things, okay? We got a lot of things going on right now, a lot of prophecy being fulfilled, man, and this devil is being exposed, okay? And he knows he got a short time, so, he's about to come down with that wrath, man. He's already putting into play the MOTB system, and, the next thing we're looking forward to is that next lockdown, all right? The MOTB, right? Them internment camps, okay? That's sedition amongst men. So we finally get to the World War III and then them plagues, man. But hey, with that being said, man, y'all brothers and sisters, man, stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Pray the Lord keep the spirit on you, and pray the Lord make it so that you're able to do a diligent search, okay? Because there's a lot of things going on right now, man, and Yahweh Shah said it, man. Blesses I'll grab that and I'll close it off on that. This isn't a time to get caught sleeping, man. There it is. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 46. It says, "Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing." Doing what? Observing the times, man. Going out there on the highways and byways, right? Rehearsing those righteous acts, keeping the laws to the best of your capabilities, man, on this side. Before the destruction of this place, man. Before the coming of Yahweh Shai. Right? Because what? Okay? But know this, that if the good man of the house had known, Salakia, what was that? 46. Blessed is the servant whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler of all his goods. Okay? So, understand that We're going to be forsaking everything on this side to obtain everything 100-fold in the kingdom, man. So, hey, with that being said, I'll close it off there. I pray that this was edifying for the elect. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the house of David, the elect of the nation of Israel. To the next one, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babal.